So here's kind of the thesis statement of this. And if you've taken my Patterns and Power workshop, then you've heard me talk about this before, but I want you to just feel into it for yourself. No woman that I know, and remember, like, this is my own recovery, like I'm always talking about myself in this as well. No woman I know ever becomes an independent woman because she's strong. She becomes an independent woman because she's scared and because she's sad. The two paths that I have seen women who've landed in this space of like, yeah, like feeling like really like powerful and self-assured and I don't need anyone, or I don't need help, or I can do it all myself. She either gets there because she woke up to her own codependent stuff, right? And like was coming from probably I don't know if it was a dysfunctional childhood, but like it was a lot of what was modeled for her and she learned to do that. So then she wanted to break up with it. Or she grew up with a mother figure who was this way, who taught and told her like, this is how you have to be too. And it's both of these patterns are born from a wounded place of feeling like, and it's truthful, this feeling of like, I can't trust someone to like love me and care for me. Right? Or I just get let down when I trust people. Or if I let someone in, they're just going to hurt me. Right? So this is like the soft, squishy, uncomfortable underbelly that sits underneath a lot of this is like, oh my God, like I have to do things in this, this really like protective, powerful, self-sufficient, I'm on my own thing. Like it feels like I have to be that way because when I have let people in or I have opened myself up to support, it didn't work. It didn't go the way that I wanted it to. So this is like sort of step one. And so, but okay. But here's where this gets really fucked up, right? Is because like, that might be necessary for a little while. You know what I mean? Like if you have a history of being let down and disappointed and not being like supported or loved appropriately, you know, and not having like clear boundaries with people, like it completely makes sense why you might go for a little bit like, I think I need like a hip pause on this. Like I need a hip pause. I need to look after myself. I need to take care of myself. But where things get tricky in this is when that becomes like the new MO. So instead of it being like, I'm going to give myself this space to kind of figure out like what it is that I need to clean up on my end so that I can be better loved by people, so that I can be supported, so that I can show up in relationships, you know, with like my own interests in mind, or so that I can, you know, care for myself and advocate for myself. Like instead of it being treated like this is like this temporary learning period, it is like, it's like a castle that we build that we're like, this is going to be my summer home. And then you just live there year round. And then as time goes by, suddenly you're like, you know what would look really good out there actually? Because it feels really safe in here. We should put a moat of alligators around. And we should put like a drawbridge with like a really like intense code. And actually I'm going to put up a big like, you know, 30-foot wall around my castle that has like barbed wire at the top so nobody can get in. And if people come and knock, then I'll be like really like I'll be very like mistrustful and like anxious and nervous and guarded with them because I need them to prove to me that they're worthy of coming into my castle. Right? And then like the throne just gets bigger. And it's like, we just feel more and more and more like this is the only way I can stay safe. Add a dragon. Exactly. Like, it's like, you know, and then we like build a room in the highest tower and we're like, I'll just hang out up here. And it's all, and all of that is like coming from this well-intentioned, well-meaning place, which is that you want to protect yourself, right? But if the truth is that like you really want to love and be loved very deeply, and you want a lot of connection, right? And you want to be supported by others, and you want to be able to like receive from others, that castle and that moat and that gate and that dragon and that drawbridge starts to get in the way of those pure desires. And all of those desires, this is the other thing of this, are rooted in your feminine essence. So when I've worked with women on these topics, it's like what it always comes to is she's like, I can't fucking turn it off though. Like, yeah, I'm okay on my own. Yeah, I'm happy by myself. Yeah, I'm self-sufficient, independent, and I'm proud of myself, and that feels good and it's comfortable here. But I fucking can't turn off this thing in me that wants to love and be loved and experience connection and be seen and have, you know, like vulnerable, deep conversations and cuddle on the couch and have really steamy sex and like, you know, and have someone make me breakfast on my birthday. Like, I can't fucking turn it off. And it's like, that's because it is part of your like innate energetic wiring as a feminine core being to actually like that's part of your life force, and your power is rooted in connection and love